Oh shit, here we go again. Well now, look who it is. It's you.
Comedy with the implosion of our Imperium and it coming with the rapid
degradation of the ecosystem itself. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. How will we cope with this change? Will we respond rationally? Learn to speak to the world with a new humility? Or recreate structure within our own communities? Or will we continue to live in illusion? And in a way, it's a matter of awakening ourselves towards reality and responding to it. Woo! Shit! Oh my god, where the fuck have you been? I don't know, I've just been doing shit and stuff, and if you don't like it, well, you can suck a nut, and I just rhymed that shit, and it was tight, and if you don't like it, you can bite my light, so I just typed my height. Alright, that's enough of that shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't really know, is that this whole shit is gonna be weird, man. With some weirdy. Is that the best way I can put it? Yeah, that's the best way I can put it. It's a weirdy system. It's a weirdy vibe. It's a weirdy world. Goddamn. How on earth did they even do this? Do I even remember how to fuck? How on earth? Do I even remember how to do this shit? Where's my buttons? Didn't I have buttons for this? I had buttons. There was buttons at one point. I had a button to change the damn shit. Oh, it's right here. Ah, there it is. Wow. Well. Welcome back to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. I'll be your host today. My name's Defango, otherwise known as Defango or Detango, also known as Manuel Chavez III or the Turd, depending on how you know me. Sometimes also known as that one dude. I don't know. What's up? So, looks like I'm feeling a little bit better. I don't know if I'm feeling better or not, but, it's been enough time for me to just, I guess work out whatever weirdness was going on in my life that really sucked. And honestly, it's okay. Sometimes mental health is necessary and you just got to take a break. And honestly, I know what it's like to just be grinding your dick into the dirt every day, trying to make shit happen and having it all blow up in your goddamn face because you're you. Okay? It's okay for you to be you. Remember that. And it's okay for you to fail. It's fine. It's okay to be a failure. The only thing that's not okay is removing yourself from the equation. That sucks, okay? That sucks, and it's never going to change, right? And removing myself and taking a step back, playing some video games and trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life has been crazy. But you know what? You know what's crazier is while I've just been, hanging out, doing nothing, other people in the world have just been having some crazy shit happen. Crazy shit happen. Oh, I don't need that anymore. Hold up. I don't need that anymore. But anyways, I should shout out to some of those people in the chat. Like Mark Smith, he's all up in here like, oi! We got Scroties Magoties, dude. Scrotes Magotes. He is the GOAT. Dude, and he made it to this one and said Temple in it. I know he wanted to hear what I had to say, but you know what? He's right. He says he couldn't even whip someone into replacing a video card. That shit's insane. That's right. We got Whiskey Wheeling, and he says, my life won't be the same with Griftcast IRL. Really? It's not going to be the same? Hello, Miss Hayes. Nice to see you. Yo, what up, Manny? It's good to see you. Hello. What's up, Lady Katie? Nice to see you. I'm glad that you caught the live too. How's it going to CV? Probably out there in Colville on your Starlink. Probably working pretty good. How is it going to Colleen, all my friends number 3? I don't know what happened to 1 or 2, but hey, at least the 3rd is here. Maybe that is an homage to Manuel the 3rd, which is me. I don't know. We got our bro Bud Satani in the building. Nice to see you, Bud Satani. It's appreciative to have you here. Thank you for joining us, my good friend. What is up to just pyrite instead of being gold? I don't know. Pyrite's cool, I guess. I don't know what you do with iron pyrite, but you know, probably cool stuff. What's up? How you doing, Mr. Menthol Man? Holler for $1. That's right. Well, you know what? I'll holler for dollars. I love money over here on Griftcast. We love money. I want all of the money because I want to be able to buy some dirt and build a shitty house on it that I could call my own someday. And it's obvious that working for the man's not doing it, even if I am working for 137 different companies and even the fucking government, I'm still not able to afford shit. So, you know, obviously the only way that I'm going to get rich is grifting off of you people on the internet. So chop, chop, make sure you go do that subscription shit, hit the like button, do them super chats, rumble rants, whatever the hell they call it. Send me the bits, the blaps, the blips, the flaps, whatever. I don't care. I'll take it any way you want to give it to me. Thank you. Anyways, just ask me. But anyways, most of the time, this show isn't about me because I'm not exactly the most interesting person out there. Definitely a funny guy, but holy shit, bro. It's been a year since this guy right here, this guy, Mr. Tim Pool, me and him, we had a little bit of a soiree. We had a little snafu. We went down, maybe not a shindig or something like that. That's not exactly the picture that I wanted to show you, but you know what? It's fine. Good old Tim Pool, Timmy Pool, the broski, the brolinas, Timolinas, the man that wears the fucking beanie all the time, is apparently shutting down his show? What? He's shutting down his show? I mean, honestly, the last time that I even looked into this guy was, you know, when he was putting on that Eliza Blue character as a person that I had known from my past, and I was like, that bitch is lying, and you should be ashamed of yourselves for not even researching half the people that you put on your show. Like, what the fuck is going on out there? You guys got millions of subscribers, you got a big-ass show every day that everybody's fucking watching, and it's like everything is on fire constantly over there. And to preface all of this is I actually applied to Tim Pool to work for Tim Pool. And guess what I applied to do for Tim Pool? I was like, well, I could like research stories, but I'm like a genius IT guy. I could set shit up. I could install video cards. I could have you guys running on the fucking moon. You want a live stream from a plane? Done. You need a live stream from a helicopter? I could do it. And you know what? I know I can prove I could do it because I set shit up for the government and all kinds of other people. I was just in a 911 office installing equipment, and then the day after that, I'm over in a dental office installing equipment. That's all I do is install this shit, keep the place running. But no, your boy Manuel, Manny Fresh, Defango, me. I was not good enough to work for Tim Pool. I didn't even get an email back. And guess what? I know they know who I am, right? And now we definitely know they know who I am, right? Like after this whole Eliza Blue thing, they did the article about me. And, you know, just to recap it, I made a thread, blew up this whole entire situation, and then all these other YouTubers started digging into everything and trying to like make a go of it. And then my aunt died. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want to deal with this shit right now. I need to go deal with my family and stuff. And Tim Pool put out an article on me, hit piece calling me a gang stalker, saying I owned a bunch of black SUVs and shit. It was drugging people, doing all kinds of other ill shit. And I made them take it down. They took it down, and that's where it basically left off. But in true fashion, whenever somebody tangles with Defango, whether I win or lose in the first place, a year later, their life usually goes to fucking shit in a hell in a handbasket. I mean, fast. And, well, wouldn't you know? You know, I held my tongue a couple weeks ago when they were talking about Tim Pool being a Russian asset and getting Russian money to do shit, right? I didn't want to jump into that because, I mean, we had kind of already pointed some of that stuff out, and, you know, it wasn't really my place to say. But the fact is the guy has really just like kind of proved to me and just I think everybody else that not only was I right about the situation, like everything that I was trying to say in the first place was like true yet again. And it seems like he's starting to realize it because he started firing everybody, right? Firing everybody, right? Uh-huh. I have land I'll sell you on the East Coast. Yeah, is it good land? Can I get does the Starlink work there? Yeah. Does Starlink work? I don't know. Anyway, so let's get into his little soiree. I mean, he had put it out on his show yesterday where he had like a real bare bones group on there, and all of the normal characters were missing. And I mean, the thing that he's complaining about is just so prescient to me, right? It's so prescient to me, but we're going to watch the clip first.
We had our like, I don't know, 12th studio failure this morning.
The new one.
Yeah, the new studio failed.
How do you have studio failures?
You know, my attitude with that is kind of just like...
What?
Yeah, if we can't make cameras and a computer work...
God, I fucking hate this.
And despite all the previous failures we've had, there's not a single person here who can make sure that either the studio is operating or secondary studio is operating. We've gotten to a point in the company where everyone's kind of just kicked their feet up and said, I'm doing what I need to be doing. Yeah. And then that just means I'm Sisyphus pushing the rock up. The problem is people are sitting on the rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had our...
Yeah. He says that everything in his life is a failure, and it's because nobody can lift up their finger to replace a graphics card. Like, you guys stream for a living. You got all of those people, 30, 40, 50 people that live with you and work with you, and not a single one of those motherfuckers knows how to change a graphics card? Are you kidding me, bro? This is what is doing you guys in when you had the best of the best offering to go work with you before any of this other bullshit. And you were like, nah, you ain't good enough for us. You know, we know who you is. We can't be having you around. You're a bad guy. You're a bad dude. You're a fucking gang stalker. You got a bunch of black SUVs. Whatever. But yeah, that's what's doing him in right now is the fact that he doesn't have an IT guy. And, you know, everybody wants to have an IT guy. They want to keep him around, but they don't ever want to pay him. But Tim, he never really had an IT guy. He's had a bunch of dipshits that, you know how to use a computer. But he doesn't have anybody with any sense on how to fix any of his stuff. You have two different studios. Like, who set that shit up? You did all that shit. They're just making you do all of that shit. You're finally realizing that you're a sucker and you're getting played. God damn, man, this is crazy, bro. But the even bigger thing is that, is it really about the graphics cards? Or can you not afford to buy graphics cards anymore because you're not getting any of that Russian money? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Huh. Oh, hello there, you Zero Infinity Live. Nice to see you out there in this space that we have here. I mean, honestly, what do you say? How do you go about doing anything in this particular situation as such? Like, he spent so much time building this show, which was supposed to just be, you know, something that he had done or whatever, not that far away. Here, let's listen to this next clip. What does he say? Hires his skater friends to run a political podcast and then somehow is shocked that they don't know how to run a fucking political podcast. You know, it's not like I've been running a podcast. I wanted to give up. I was totally willing to just give Tim Pool all of my smarts and everything to make all of his shit like look extra good and actually have an IT guy, but he didn't want none of this stuff. He'd rather hire his friends.
Depends on where you say it all begins. Like, I was making skate videos on YouTube. Yeah, and then that turned into, after like 5 skate videos, filming at Occupy Wall Street, which turned into live streaming, which turned into working for Vice, working for Fusion, and then starting my own company, and then transforming that slowly into a podcast. And then, you know, here we are. So when I say complain on the internet, what I really mean is, you know, I was talking to some friends of mine earlier who, pro skaters, and we were talking about why...
Pro skaters?
I'll put it in my words, not theirs. They're very cool.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
So for 4 years, we've been trying to do a show that is built around, we have this awesome property, we have skate parks, we have Willy Wonka's candy factory or whatever, chocolate factory. Why can't we get people to just do something?
Because if you haven't earned it, you're not as thirsty for it.
Perhaps.
And I've found that in my own career where it's, I've had falling outs too with big shows, which sucks. And everybody knows that. Yeah. So it's like, it's not anything that I didn't make obvious. But at the same time, you do have to be hungry for your own thing, because then I hire friends and then those friends don't do anything for a year. And you're like, that's why this person didn't like it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's the problem that gets showed up every single time. And it's what we were talking about back then for a long time. But, it's what can you really say or do with this information other than just laugh, right? You set yourself up for the failure. You let the failure happen and you were just enjoying it while it was going on. And then now all of a sudden you're starting to realize it and you're changing the shop, and that's really great. But like, Tim Pool's the only Tim Pool guy. Yeah, sure, he could set up his own computer and have a show running every single day and do it, but like, did people really watch that show for Tim Pool himself, or were they really trying to go check out all those other people? And I mean, come on, like, how many different characters did he have on his show that were regulars at all the time? Like, they were obviously on the pulse there for a minute, but now I think he's starting to realize that he just doesn't have it or he can't move forward. But even more so, I think that the money aspect of everything is really it, because how can you keep affording to pay for all these people doing all this stuff? And I mean, obviously something had to spur this along, right? They must have just had some sort of, I don't know, quarterly meeting about, the financials, and he must have noticed that, wow, with all that Russian money that's not coming in, we're really not making a lot of money, right? And basically it's just me doing all the work while everyone else is just getting paid. And I guess now he knows what it's like to be like Michael Jackson or Prince or insert any other celebrity here that's got a gigantic entourage of people mooching off of everything that they freaking do. I mean, it's crazy to think that he actually did a 2-hour Woe Is Me stream on his channel talking about all of this. And it just makes me think that it's just so crazy. It's so crazy. And yes, Atlas Gaming 4K. Whoa, I see you out there in the chat over there on Twitch. And yeah, this shit's crazy, bro. Like, I did not expect it. I mean, I don't understand what it is about the world. Like, I will go up against somebody and some shit will happen, and then out of nowhere, I will fuck their shit up, or I'll get my shit fucked up, and a year later, their shit's fucked up anyway. I don't know if that made any sense. I'm going to try that again. So it's like, yeah, I'll have a beef with somebody, and then a year later, their shit gets all fucked up. I don't know why it keeps happening like that. I had nothing to do with any of this stuff. It just is it's just the pattern that has emerged over the many years of this channel. Wouldn't you agree? That's what I mean. It's just crazy. Those aren't cans on the dresser. Those are all of the medicines that I take. Well, Cherie made me take all of these things. It's like vitamins. They're all vitamins. I just leave them right there, so when I'm putting on my pants, I can eat them. Because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 different fucking things. Like, fucking gotta hook them all down. I gotta be like... I mean, it takes 5 or 6 gulps, okay? It's fucked up. I'm old now. I'm old, I'm fat, and I'm ugly. I never thought that I would have to say all those things, but here we are. And I'm bald. I mean, I really got nothing going for me other than it's the best worst show in the world and my job. So it is what it is. Ay, bro. Yeah, join the crowd. Yeah, I've joined the crowd of having to eat all the bullshit. I mean, I don't even know what half that shit's for. I just eat it. And I'm like, all right, I guess I feel better. I guess my poops are nice. I mean, I don't. What do you want? What do you want from me? I just have them there. You know, they're there. They're there. I guess you can't see where's the broom? Right there. Oh, my chair's coming in. Yep, best worst show. Manny. That's right, Mr. Jordan Snowden. Yeah, they're just vitamins. Mm-hmm. Oh, I still owe you for getting you into the Star Citizen Atlas. I haven't played Star Citizen since I got booted out of Griefernet and then doxed the leader of Griefernet in retaliation. So yeah, I've just been kind of out of Star Citizen for a while because like things look cool, but I ain't got time for that shit right now. But I did watch the video. It was really cool. That video was pretty bad. They should just make a fucking movie. Just make a fucking movie. I'd just watch the fucking movie. Make a series, you know? Fucking A. Like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. Chicken Little said so, says, still bring the receipts? Yeah, I do. And then see if you got a new generator. Oh, good. You got a generator now. Nice. That means I'm probably going to have to drive back out there. Mm-hmm. I mean, we should probably focus back onto the whole Tim Pool thing. So where do we go from here on Tim Pool? I mean, I don't really know where to go with Tim Pool in this one, other than the fact that, like, it's funny to me that things are starting to happen, but, like, I don't really have any resentment towards him, right? Like, I understand the whole retaliation thing that they did against me, but, like, I'm still fully able and capable and would be happy to go help him out with this tech shit and then, you know, teach them, maybe help them teach them a thing or two about locating the assholes that hate him. Because, you know, I like money. Pay me some money. I'll fix your shit. I'll sign an NDA, won't leak shit. I don't give a fuck. I do that already for the government and shit like that. I can't even talk about half of the shit that I do. Although, I think the coolest thing that I had to do a while back where I can talk about it, where I was installing a micromart doing some surveying for a micromart at an Air Force base, a Navy base where they have the F-35s. So I gotta look at a bunch of F-35s and shit. That shit was dope, bro. Best day ever. That was a great fucking day. Just being out on being at the Air Force base, seeing all the motherfuckers walking around with all their flight suit and shit. And I'm just like, yeah, boy. And then they're like, wow. You're like, yeah, boy. That shit was awesome. Fucking legendary. I mean, yeah, I was just there for doing some stupid bullshit for like a fucking market so they could eat some food. But, you know, fuck. That day was awesome. Just so you know, saying, so what can we really say? I don't know, dude. I don't know, bro. Griftcast never really went anywhere. I was just like, be honest with you, people died and I needed to go work and make money because, you know, let's be honest. Griftcast is a joke. It was always a joke. It doesn't make a bunch of money, and we were making fun of Tim Pool. Now Tim Pool is finally cracking at the seams, and it only took a year, and I didn't even have to do anything. I just had to let it happen, and it's just great watching it. But you know what? Out of the ashes of this thing, I don't see why not. Like, why he can't be successful. Why he can't just cut down this team to size. He always wanted to make a skate show. It wouldn't be that hard to make a skate show, be fucking honest with you. I mean, seriously, it just takes some money and some time to set up the cameras and shit. And I mean, god damn it, if that dude, what's his fucking name, Sam Hyde? If Sam Hyde could set up the fish tank and have it live streaming and all that shit going and be doing everything with like 2 seasons and have it all set up, why the fuck can't Tim Pool do that shit? What is their problem? Oh, they don't have a tech person. Why don't they have a tech person? Because Tim Pool thinks that he can do everything and he's the best. Come here. Luigi, mama. Oh my god. Ew, yeah, baby. Baby. Yeah, poor Tim Pool. 50,000 paid subscribers, at least $1 million a month. They can't afford shit. I mean, Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you guys probably wanted to see if Lunchy's still alive. Yeah, she's still alive. She's a little chunkier now, though. I've been feeding her a lot of beef. Gotta stop doing that. I gave her some chicken today, but she didn't eat it. You need to eat the chicken, girl. I know you like the beef, but you gotta eat chicken. That shit is you eat too much beef, you're gonna die. And then what am I gonna do? I don't have another Lunchy. I only got one. And don't say some shit like you're gonna reincarnate into some other dog and find me. But yes, Lunchy's still around. I'm still around. You know, my life is whatever. I don't even need to complain about it because it is what it is. It is what it is. But you know what? Honestly, this world just started to seem more like a little bit more of a simulation on a daily basis. I mean, Donald Trump working at fucking McDonald's is one of those things that you just got to say which is 15 minutes longer than Kamala Harris actually worked at McDonald's. But at the same time, obviously the McDonald's was shut down, and you know all the cars that were coming through were just like random people that didn't know that the place was shut down, or people that they had picked to go through it. But you know what? Still, I mean, they paid to be there, right? They paid to shut it down. So I mean, fucking hey, bro, like it is what it is. But it just really makes me love the future of things, right? You know, like I got a lot of hope right now, a lot of hope for this because this is like the most American thing ever, right? The president of the United States standing in a drive-through window at McDonald's where 1 in 8 Americans have probably worked. I am one of those 1 in 8 because I definitely worked at McDonald's back in the day. I was a McDonald's employee back in the day. I was a good one. But anyways, I feel like elections and everything else that seems to be happening right now has been crazy, right? Like I haven't wanted to dive into it because I don't want to get censored, right? I don't want to lose anything else that we have. So that's why I've really stayed off of the table. But you guys know what my thoughts are, you know, like I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck what you say about it. And, you know, if anybody ever asks me why I'm not voting for Kamala Harris, is like, I know people that have worked in her office. I know a lot about her history and shit. And I'm just like, no thanks, dude. No thanks. I fell for the Democrat bullshit with Obama never again. You know, you learn from your mistakes. You do not make the same mistakes over and over again. And if you are, you better start fucking fixing it. At least. Right? You better start fucking fixing it. So I look at it now and I just think about it. Right? You just gotta think about it. It's like our country is so crazy. You know, Tim Pool was talking about civil war. Civil fucking war is what he was always talking about on his little show. But essentially is the civil war that he's really having is a civil war within himself. And I mean, I feel like that's what the other side is looking for. Like Kamala Harris and all those other people out there. That's what I feel like they're trying to get us to push to. And they're basically telling us the quiet part out loud, right? They're telling us what they shouldn't be telling us, but they're leaking it out there. There's been guys like Jamie Raskins that are talking about on January 6th how they're going to put a stop to things if Donald Trump gets elected. And I got videos of candidates.
We've got 2 weeks to go. And I'm very much grounded in the present in terms of the task at hand, and we will deal with election night and the days after as they come, and we have the resources and the expertise and the focus on that as well.
So you have teams ready to go? Is that what you're saying? Are you thinking about that as a possibility?
Of course. We've got 2 weeks to go, and I'm very much grounded in the present in terms of the task at hand, and we will deal with election night and the days after as they come, and we have the resources and the expertise and the focus on that as well.
So you have teams ready to go? Is that what you're saying? Are you thinking about that as a possibility?
Of course.
They have teams ready to go. Now, I know during the 2020 election, I did the same thing, but the video is deleted because the channel's gone. but I'm going to say it again. If you are a Donald Trump supporter, if you are anything closely connected to Donald Trump, let's just think about something here real quick. What are we not going to do? What are we not going to do? What are we not going to do? Anybody? Anybody want to tell us what we're not going to do? Not going to do? Truth is a light. Didn't she get 13% of the primary vote when she ran for president in 2020? It was 13%. Less than 13%. I'm giving you 13%, but that's just because I like the numbers 1, 3, and 7. So I'm saying less than 13%. Do not go anywhere. Do not go to the fucking Capitol. Do not fucking go. I don't give a fuck who starts going, oh, what are we not going to do? Go to the Capitol and get arrested and fall into the trap like all them people did in 2020 who were, by the way, most of them, not a lot of, some of them have gotten out, but most of them are still in jail. You don't want to be one of those people. You can't fight when you're inside of a jail. Just putting that out there. So if you see any fucking crazy people out there that are trying to amass movements or do any of that stuff, your first thought should not be, I am going to go join them, because that's how we lose you forever. And we can't be losing you forever because we're going to need you. We're going to need you for the fight forward, because if you ask yourself the question, is it really good and evil? Because I have to put it out there. I still have reservations about Trump. And my biggest reservations about Trump all lay in his love for Israel. Right? Because while I know Kamala Harris will be bad for everything and everyone, I know Trump's going to fix some shit at home for us, but I'm still worried about what his options on Israel are going to be, right? Because that's kind of like the big cat in the bag, the whole Israel-Palestine conflict. And, you know, we already pretty much know that Trump is pretty Zionist-y, as it were, and a lot of people are afraid of that. But, you know, we can't continuously be putting all this money in all these different fronts. And if we're going to be cutting off Ukraine and we should be cutting off Israel, right? But no. Is he going to let that do? Is he going to let him do that? And I don't think that he is. That's my biggest reservation about the whole thing. And you can't really talk about it, right? You gotta be real careful with the way that you speak on those things, because if not, they're going to call you anti-Semitic or some shit, which is not me. You know, I don't want to be known as anti-Semitic. I just consider myself more educated than the Semitic people, because, you know, that's not really that hard. You just got to read a couple books and you can know the whole history of the conflict from start to finish, and then you'll slowly realize that, damn, Britain is an asshole, because they helped them colonize that shit, and they've been killing them since like right after World War I. Yeah, all of it goes back way before World War II. You know, goes way farther back than that. Just do a little bit of digging, do a little bit of researching. I can't stand with it anymore, man. But at the same time, is like, can I stand with any Arabs countries and Arab nations? And it's the same thing. It's like, no, man. It's like trying to choose between Satan and the devil if they were two different people. You know, they're basically the same guy, you know, like one has a vicious ideology, like, that are built in. Sure, that's not all of them, but the ones that everybody's afraid of that the Israelis are fighting have some vicious ideology about who they are and how they're supposed to exist in the world, which is the exact same thing that the Israelis have, being the chosen people or yada, yada, yada. We can do whatever we want. And honestly, as a Christian, as a Catholic, really, I look at this situation and I read the damn book. I listened to it on audio tape and shit like that. I know exactly what's happening. I've been reading about it. I've been trained, right? I understand. And in the book, it doesn't say that I need to be helping them out. It doesn't say that I should be doing anything of the sort. And it also says the same thing about them damn Arabs, the Muslims, right? It's evil either way you look at it. And I can't stand with either of it. I mean, I'm to the point where, honestly, why aren't the Catholics and the Christians rising up and then taking back our Holy Land? Because obviously we need to bring Jesus back to this whole entire situation. Maybe this whole situation would stop. You know, how come we have to take in all the refugees? How come Israel doesn't have to take in all the refugees, right? Why do the Syrian refugees come into the United States? Where are they going to Britain? Why do we got to take them? Well, they got nothing to do with us. But at the same time, you know, half of those people used to live in Israel, but Israel's excuse is that, oh, well, they want to kill us. Well, they want to kill us too. And they want to kill you. And, you know, so it's like everybody's talking about all of this moral high superiority bullshit. And I just will have none of it at this point. You know, because, like, I don't stand with any of them. The only one that I can even stand with is saying I'm Catholic, but I cannot even stand with the Catholic Church anymore? Fuck no. So where does that leave us, right? Where does that leave us good, God-feared Christians out there, you know, us believers in Jesus? We're kind of out in this, like, on the edge, the very fucking edge. And it's scary. Right? You know, we're going to be the minority in 10 years, guys. Like, Europe doesn't even know what Europe is going to be a mostly Muslim country soon or later. And then where do you think they're going to come next? Right? You know, we see them all the time here in the United States. And sure, you know, we're the land of the free, the home of the brave. We help all everybody. But at the end of the day, you got to look at it. People aren't breeding like they used to unless they're from a certain group of people. Hold up. Hello?
We got 2 weeks to go. And I'm very...
God damn it, dude. Hate that shit. Every day I get these calls from fucking foreigners wanting me to go do shit. And I'm like, yo, my schedule is up there. If you look at my schedule for the week, you can see very clearly that I am busy. Right? I'm busy. I got time for that shit. But they call me every fucking day, multiple times a day. Oh, yeah, I know I just called you about this morning, but, you know, we moved it till tomorrow. Are you available tomorrow? And I'm like, no, I already spoke with you and told you that I am not available the rest of the week. Stop it. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? So sorry, you know, this is part of being a business person or whatever. So what I miss? Oh, my God, somebody send me some money, dude. Wiley Sound said, oh my God, $5, dude. That's $5. That's $5 more than I had. Thank you for that money, Wiley Sound. Good to see you. 13 days and we find out if we're fucked. Nope. Let me just destroy the illusion. We're already fucked, bro. Because what happens? Right? What happens if Trump wins? They're not going to let him take office. They're going to do whatever they can to legally stop him or bar him from taking the office as president. That's what they're going to do. And how are they going to do it? It's going to be Tim Pool's favorite word: civil war. Civil war. But they're not going to start a civil war. They're just going to enact some doctrine. And what's the doctor that they're going to have? Anybody? Yeah. What's up, Nate the Great? I'll see you out there. Oh, and I see Virginia Olsen over there, too. I didn't see you out there in a little bit. And then Base Citizen, exactly what I was going to say. We're all still fucked. Exactly. We're all still fucked, dude. So, yeah, if Trump wins, they're going to enact the Civil War doctrines on the states, and then they're basically going to try to disbar him from ever getting in. Because do you think that they have given up? No. We're not going to talk about any but, you know, we've talked about it on this before. We've been to DESCON. We've been to the voting machine village. We understand how all of that shit works, and we have used our very hands to mess with those machines ourselves and understand exactly how fucking easy it is. But we're not going to talk about that. And, I mean, everything's already set. Everything's on rails right now, right? You're going to go out there, you're going to cast your votes, and then the votes are going to get tallied, and everything's going to turn out just fine. And if Kamala Harris wins, then it's over. We're fucked. She's going to win. Can we really do anything? No, we can't. You know, the people that are saying we should, those are the ones that you need to worry about, because they're going to be the ones that are arresting you, right? You can't trust anybody. You can't trust any people. I mean, you should stay the fuck away from anyone that isn't following your thought process, right? The thought process that I believe you and I have right now. You just got to protect yourselves, man, because if you say the wrong thing, they're going to use it against you, right? And we haven't even talked about with the whole Trump thing and his talk about how anti-Semitic things are and how he's going to sign new anti-Semitic laws to help protect the people of Israel and the United States from people saying mean things, right? And then those are going to be the first people that he's going to start locking up, and he's going to consider them Nazis and enemy combatants. And then at the same time, if it's Kamala Harris, well, if you're a Trump supporter, you're a MAGA supporter, you're wearing a MAGA hat, you got a Trump bumper sticker, you're going to be the one that they get arrested. It's a no-sum game. It's a lose-lose situation. It's always been a lose-lose situation. Just be happy in the solace that you tried to make it right. You followed the process. You did what you were supposed to do. But realize that it didn't really matter, because the process is a game. And the process is broken. The process has been broken. And we already knew it was broken 4 years ago. We saw it happen. So don't get the illusion, right? Don't buy into the crazy hopium that's going around out there. All you can do at this point is do the right thing, which you believe to be the right thing. And then just hope and pray, right? Because either way, life is still going to go on. They're not going to shut the country down overnight. Half of the country isn't going to start fighting the other half of the country with guns and shit. That's not going to happen. It's just going to be words, right? It's going to be words. Just hunker down and pray. And for all those folks that are talking about the process in 1776, that process was entirely different, because they were both fighting on the same sides. Or, sorry, no, let me rephrase that. They were both fighting with the same equipment. There you go. That's why it's different. 1776, you had dudes with muskets fighting dudes with boats and muskets, but they all both had boats and they both had muskets. It was a rather equal playing field, except for there was less British overall, right? Because they had to boat them in, right? They had to bring them in. Or they paid people that lived in the States to fight against each other or whatever. But don't get the fucking illusion that, oh, well, you know what, we could do that again. Because no, you fucking can't. They got nukes and shit, you dumb bitch. Like, what the fuck? You see what they did? It would basically be like Gaza and Israel. Do you see how Israel has been taking care of Gaza and is now taking care of Lebanon? We're the Palestinians. They're the Israelis. I don't. Unless you guys have like, fucking B-2 bombers and shit that, I don't know about, and your old private fucking F-35 fleet, what the fuck are you gonna do? So, with that, think about it. On Friday, like Wiley Sow says, Donald Trump's going to be on the Joe Rogan show. And I think that's going to be the litmus test, because if they allow it to go up and it gets to stay up and it's a good show, it's going to be there. But, I mean, Trump is basically, he's going through the motions. I mean, I think he should win. I mean, everything shows just pointing to him as going to be the winner. But I've seen this shit before. And honestly, I don't really know where people's brains are at these days. I can never understand it, right? Like, the thoughts of Q come to mind and just make me think about how all of this was supposed to be an editor already. We should already be able to have this in the bag, but I just don't know, man. I just don't know. There's too many people doing too many radical things. Yep. And yeah, Anubis Fire is right. They gave authority to use lethal force against United States citizens, so the government has authority to use lethal force against you. So just make choices wisely. Think about what your actions are. Think about what you're going to be doing in the near future. Because, I don't know, man. I don't want to get gunned down in the streets by the government. And we know how violent and dangerous most of the Democrats could be. I think the only way that we're going to win this thing and be truly able to win this thing is that if all of us stand by and just wait. And I think that the message is going to be, you just wait. Gotta wait. Hold your fire. Relax. Take a step back, view the whole situation from 30,000 feet, and realize that there's a lot of fucking things that are going into all of this, and if you just quiet down and start looking around, you'll be able to spot it. You'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it. And if you're in one of those places where you start seeing things start changing and stuff being staged places and stuff, say something about it. Take pictures of it. Use your person and your social media statuses, even if you don't have one, to get out there and make a video about it. Use the fucking technology that you have, because the way that we win this thing is by utilizing this shit better than they do. And that's not hard. It ain't hard. The illusion is that just because we live in a technology-filled world, people truly understand their technology. But the reality is that they don't. All the difference in the world could be made with the right, with the well-placed camera. Okay? Everything can be changed. Everything can change. Everything. Right? You start seeing bricks showing up around where you're at. You start seeing weird stuff. Because not only do we have to deal with, like, the other side of the Democrats, because they're so fucking unhinged, they're willing to break the law. They're willing to do all of that stuff. And the reason that they're willing to do it is because they believe that they're right. And that's all they need in order to be able to do it. Right? And that's no different than, the Jews, man. In Israel, right? They believe that the land is there because God bequeathed it to them years and years and years ago. And even though they fucking don't listen to a goddamn thing that he says, break his covenants all the time, and been told that they've broken his covenants, and it doesn't matter to them because they're right. Just like with the, Muslims that go and murder people under Sharia law. Why do they believe that they have the ability to do it? It's because God told them? No. Ultimately, it's because they believe that they were right. So, who do you want to be right in this situation? I choose Jesus. I'm going to follow his example. All those motherfuckers, they can suck a dick. Because when I get taken up into the sky, I'll come back. And I'm going to fuck shit up. But either way, that's it. Canadian citizenship's not going to help you, man. Starling 08. You know why? Because they fucking murder motherfuckers. You know what the latest thing I heard about the whole euthanasia shit? Some guy who was 40 years old and addicted to opiates and shit went to the hospital to get some help. And then they drove him to an assisted suicide place, one of their euthanasia places, and then they killed him because, well, you know what? The only help that we can really give you here as the government is either send you back out to go die from some drugs, or we could just euthanize you and just kind of like save everybody some money. Sound good? Sound good? I'll be 40 in like a year or two. That's not the life. That's not how I want it to end for me. So no fucking thank you on Canada. Yeah. Canadians aren't nice people anymore. That's an illusion. They're fucking savages, bro. Savages. Just like, that's the choice you got to make. Are you a savage? Because savages come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And it's pretty easy to look at somebody and see their actions and hear their words and understand that they are a savage. I am not. She-Ra, you prefer He-Man? Oh, yeah, He-Man's dope. Justin Cashow can suck a dick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I get that. So, honestly, I'm with the book, right? Book of Revelations is going to show it, man. What does it say in that shit? It says, hey, man, there's going to be some peace in the Middle East, and there's going to be a great war, and then Israel's going to get wiped off the face of the planet. And it's just going to be little rocks and bricks and shit, and then Jesus is going to come back, and he's going to be like, I fucking told you, motherfuckers. I said it, and you went and did it anyway, and look what happened. This is your fault. I am not fixing any of this. We told you, told you about it. You ignored it. What are we supposed to say? And I mean, if you think about it, they keep pushing for it. It's what they want, right? That's why, if we're going to get all biblical about things and use Bibles and old-ass books and old-ass words that old-ass dudes wrote down to say some shit, well then, I think that the rest of us should start doing the same thing. Because if we don't, we're dead. They're going to start popping us off, bro. They'll be like, oh, you're a Jesuser? And that's where the 1776 stuff starts coming in, because it's not going to be a fight between, it's not, the Third World War is not going to be a fight of political ideologies. It's going to be a fight of religious ideologies. And I guess you just got to really pick or choose which side of the coin you're going to sit on, and realize that, the other side does not have your best interest at heart. And we already see it happening. We're already there. There's no questions. There's no allusions to it. The only thing that we can do now is pray. And get right with God. Because you know what? It may be rough down here, but it's going to be so much more rough for the people that got to stay here. And you may not believe in all that crap, but I mean, science can't disprove God for a reason. But they found tons of proof that one could possibly exist. And irregardless of what you believe, the one thing holds true is that there's definitely a good way and there's definitely a bad way. And I definitely don't want to go the bad way. Never forget, you're the carbon that they're trying to get rid of, because you're a carbon-based life form. And that's pretty much it for the day. I gotta go back to work for this evening. So I appreciate the time that I got to spend with you guys today. A little bit different of a grift. Maybe getting a little too preachy, but I don't really give you guys that all that often because I don't think that it's ever been time, right? I don't really push my religious views onto other people. I just kind of hope that those types of people come and see the same thing that I'm seeing and talk about it. But, pick and choose who do you talk about it to, because some people aren't going to listen. They're enemies of the state, so to speak. They're the devil's minions. And if you don't believe by now that demons aren't around us, I mean, just look at some of the people that you know. Just think about this. I sold the van. That old van that I had, I sold it to a guy for $300. He picked it up on a trailer and he took it away, said that he was scrapping it. And then a year and a half later, I'm delivering a pizza to some guy's house and I see my van in the driveway and I asked him about it. And he was like, yeah, handicapped, paid $2,200 for it. And basically the guy took the money and run and then never got it registered or anything. And then, oh, yeah, they towed that van, and I got a certified letter this morning saying that I still own the van because the guy that sold the van to him never switched it over to his name, so now they're trying to charge me the money for it. And I'm just sitting here thinking I'm trying to fix this situation, right? Because, I sold it. I shouldn't have to be liable for this, but the towing company saying, no, you're liable because you own it. And I'm like, the title is signed and, I can't force somebody to go retitle the vehicle, right? I can't do that. I was like, and furthermore, I was like, the vehicle was deregistered and the title was marked as immovable, right? So, nobody could retitle that vehicle without getting a fucking inspection on it to be roadworthy. And I was like, I don't owe you any money, lady, because it's not mine and I didn't abandon it. And I was like, and I can show you who owns it. It's all right here. But yeah, they're trying to make me pay for it. So I just well, lady, you're not listening. But that's evil right there. That guy bought that van, sold it to a fucking handicapped person, and it never fucking worked for him. And if you don't believe that there's demons out there, that guy, John, was a fucking demon. He's a bad man. Why does he do these things? Because something's in him. Right? Nobody would just do that unless they're immoral. And if you're immoral or immoral, that either means that you simply don't believe in a higher power or you believe in something else. And most people believe in the higher power. They just choose to do the work for the devil. Okay? And here I am trying to figure out how I'm going to get myself out of the situation because I don't want to have to go make that handicap guy pay even more money because, it's just been a problem for him. Right? Just think about that. And I'm done. So have a nice evening. Bye now. Mr. Blacksmith, I turned in the slip for the title. That's why I don't have it. I turned it in. And I made sure to put the notice on it where I was like, the car's immovable and it's been sold to a junkyard. Written, signed affidavit, notarized at the DMV. I don't own the fucking thing anymore, but nope. They're still trying to make me pay. Either ways, thanks for everybody dropping in. I'll definitely start doing more shows, I promise. Or whatever. I honestly just have to go work at 5 o'clock, so it's 4 right now. It's going to take me about a half hour to get where I need to go. Plus, I probably got to take a shit or something. So I think that's going to be it for today. Hopefully, you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. And, yeah, make a choice. Make good choices. Choices like, following Jesus, not rioting, or fucking turning up with guns places, or trying to overturn elections. Be smart, motherfuckers. You know, this is the time to be smart. This ain't the time to be doing all that bullshit, okay? We already tried that shit. It didn't work, right? They already tried that shit. It didn't work. You know, we don't try shit again. We gotta do something different. I'm telling you. Follow what I'm saying. You'll make it through this. Right? Just get you a little Jesus in your life. Start realizing that morality is real. And also start realizing that the devil is real. And I can whoop his ass for you. But I can't whoop his ass for you if you don't tell me that he's around. You know, I have rules. They gave me rules for how I have to do everything. I can fix all that shit, but I can't fix it if you don't ask. Either way, much love. See you later. Bye-bye now. And, yeah, don't do anything I want to do. Bye. Goodbye. See you later. Bye. Anyways. What a day. What a day. Oh, wait, hold up. Before I forget. This fucking bitch. Yeah, see, it's me, bitch. It's me. It's fucking me, man. What the fuck is your problem? It's me. People are retarded. Anyways, bye. Bye, Magic Poop. Bye, Sewer Town. Bye, Octic. Bye, CV. Bye, Chicken Little Senso. Bye, James Lynch. Bye, Cedar Cask. Bye, Buzz Satani. Bye, Wiley Sal. Bye, Virginia Olsen. Bye, Mrs. Hayes. Bye, Mr. Blacksmith. Bye, Starling 08. Bye, Base Citizen. Bye to everyone else or whoever else or any. I don't know. Bye.